wellness space is important? Okay. I really wish I knew about wellness spaces a long time ago, because I mean, there's just so many times where I was so anxious or afraid to go to these different spaces, and I just didn't know how I would fit in, and I felt uncomfortable. And I think having a space, and maybe we should define what wellness spaces are, because I think it could look very different for different, spaces that you're going into. But wellness spaces to us and coming out happy and how we create them is bringing together a like-minded group of people that want to grow, want to focus on their relationships in a healthy, vulnerable, authentic way. And it's basically how we do our wellness events is facilitating a space of amazing vendors, of queer-owned companies who can come together and really share their art and share who they are. And maybe there's a community organization that comes in that also is connected to what we're doing, where people know there's other places to go outside of coming out happy, because we're only 2 people and we hop around to different places. So we want to uplift the local community wherever we're going, but also creating facilitated networking throughout. We love creating different stations, different activities that you can do, because sometimes you go to places and you're like, what am I doing here? Or I don't know who to talk to.
Yeah, the most uncomfortable thing that I've found going into other networking spaces or even just hangout social events is that you feel uncomfortable just walking up to random people. And so I think for someone who may be more on the introverted side, we really love hosting facilitated events where you have different prompts, or you're able to just go to a certain table and start an activity. I think that's something that is definitely just a positive part about being in the spaces that we're creating.
But they're so important because you actually allow yourself the opportunity to go a little bit deeper than the surface. You can create relationships based on just connection, rather than, we're so wasted right now, we're probably never going to talk again, and I'm not going to remember this conversation, but truly getting to know people and maybe connecting again and again and again, because you've had this new kind of connection and experience in a different way. And I think it's a really beautiful thing to incorporate that into spaces that are, more wholesome and are about just wanting to really be there because you care about getting to know someone, not because you're looking to fill a void, or you hate being alone, so you just want to, put yourself out there and you're down to meet anyone, and I think that can really shift the intention of the relationships that you're creating.
So what are we hosting, Keely?
So I'm actually going to pull this up because I don't want to miss any details. So we are coming to New York City on September 15th, and we are hosting our first ever mindful mixer. Let me just tell you some of the things that we're doing, because it is so fun and so exciting, and I so wish that there was a party or event to go to like this when I was maybe first coming out, or I
would go to it now.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the whole thing.
Or if I was just, moving to a new city, like anything, honestly. Like, there's so many points in my life where I can think back and wish I had something like this.
And I'm still going to it because I still want to be a part of it for sure.
Absolutely. So let me just read you the description because it's going to be so fun. Join us at the Moxie Hotel for a mindful mixer social wellness event for LGBTQ plus adults and allies. An alcohol-free event where LGBTQ plus adults and allies can connect, unwind, and enjoy wellness activities, local vendors, and awesome conversations. So I'm just going to go right into the different vendors and cool things that we have. So we're going to have a live DJ for one. And don't worry, it'll be conversation sound level because we want you to be able to have those conversations. But it's so nice to have music in the background. We'll have a mindful coloring haven. So imagine all those adult coloring books that you so want to get into and you haven't had a chance. Go and color with some of your new besties that you're about to meet. It's going to be so fun. We have an affirmation oasis, so a live interactive wall where you can put up affirmations, maybe something you're feeling in the moment, maybe something that's been on your mind. Share it, inspire other people. There's a real opportunity to connect here and see who's maybe going through something similar to you. There's going to be our LGBTQ plus conversation cards there. We're bringing the Let's Get Into It deck. It's going to be really fun. We talked about this a lot. We've talked about it on the podcast quite a bit. The conversation cards are great because you don't only have to play them as a couple with a partner. You can play them with friends. You can play them in groups. And we're going to have that there, so it's going to be really fun. We also have some icebreaker games that we're going to be playing, and our local vendors that we're bringing in. We're bringing in queer healers. We're bringing in queer social groups that are in New York City, so you're going to have an opportunity to really meet people that are in the community when we leave that you can go to and really tap into their community. We're going to be bringing in fitness groups. We're going to be bringing in mental health services. So just different resources that you may not have known about. And it's all going to be in one place for you to explore, learn about, and connect and just really get to know. And last but not least, we're going to have food and mocktails. You can go order any of the food that you want or drinks at the counter. And it's going to be just a great time for people to mingle and get to know each other. And I am so excited. I think that if this goes well, which I'm sure it will, we're going to be popping around to different cities and really creating these different kinds of experiences, really testing the idea of this mindful mixer, this new way of connecting, new way of just being together from what we've learned. But yeah, they're so important, and these spaces are just so meaningful. And I'm curious to know, if you listen to this podcast and you're this far into it, where do you live, and would you like to see a mindful mixer pop up in your city? I feel like we have a lot of people in Texas. We've
seen Austin a lot, and then we also know we have a lot of people in the LA area, San Diego area, and then the New York area. So if you're not from those different places, let us know where you're from.
Yeah. So yeah, LA for sure. Mm-hmm. So, and we're close by there. We're in San Diego. So, but I wonder too, Dani, if we could go back into it for just a moment, like why wellness spaces are important. What are some other things that come to mind for you, and why you join a wellness event? Why would you come to something like the Mindful Mixer?
I think it's really important because not a lot of queer spaces exist without the use of alcohol in them, and Keely and I are not people who are sober, but we just want to create different types of events where you get to have more mindful interactions, more intentional interactions, and it's just a space that, again, I would really want to be a part of because I love connecting with people and learning more about myself and learning more about other people, and so I think it's just a really good space that just feels really wholesome.
Can I put you on the spot?
Go for it, girl.
What would you do if you saw me at a mindful mixer? Let's just say that we weren't hosts of this. What would you do if you saw me? How would you interact with me?
I wouldn't, because that's what I just said I was afraid of. So I usually wouldn't go up to anybody. You
okay? Let's just say let's say we bumped into each other. Is there something you'd say with me?
Sorry, girl. No, I would figure out a way to go to the coloring station and just
with
ask
me?
you. No, just like if you were going over to the station, then I'd be like, oh, she's going over there, so I gotta go like see if there's any space, and so maybe I'd go over there, and that's why the facilitated activities are a hit.
Do you think that you'd want to dance with me? There's gonna be a DJ.
There will be a DJ. I don't know if people are gonna be up and dancing, but. And I'm not really a dancer, so you may have to catch me later.
Well,
I'll still be at the coloring table.
Those mocktails may get to you, and we may have to go dance together.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait. Well, thank you for answering my question on the spot there.
Why not?
And yeah, it's just always a lot of fun together. But have you had fun planning this?
Yeah, I love gathering people and different products and just different companies together that just really make the event. I think every single part, including the people attending, the vendors, the space itself, I think every single part of it really brings it all together. So I love to see these different things come to life, and knowing that it's going to be meaningful, knowing that it's going to bring people together for the same purpose, people who really want to meet others who are ready to grow and just like socialize with people who get them, is something that I really love. What about you?
Yeah, no, I can't wait to meet people in person. And if you're listening to this now and you live in New York or close by, make sure you get your ticket. Dani's going to link it here for you on the podcast. That way you can check it out. But I am just excited to meet people. And I know we've had so many people that have been following us for years in New York, and we haven't had a chance to meet you yet. So that'll be really nice to just see faces in person and put names to faces. And yeah, just to be in that space. But I'm very excited about the vendors that I'm bringing in, the different local businesses that truly want to just showcase
Share and showcase.
share what they have created, the work that they're doing in the community. And that's the goal. You know, we don't live in New York City full time, so to be able to create something like this is just beautiful, and I'm so excited that we get to be a part of it.
So are we gonna see you there?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know, and make sure you get your ticket right now. Bye.
Bye, everyone.